What's up YouTube, Mr. Lamacy here, and today we're going to begin the Fury Druid guided playthrough. Now, this has been a requested one for a while. I'd say it's one of my lesser favorite classes and characters, or just kind of the druid there, but they have improved it in D2R because they did change up the attack speed for the Fury Druid there, and they also changed how attack speed calculates, and they did a lot of changes. But one of the things that really helped was they made the early portion of the Fury Druid, or just, I should say, the Werewolf Druid, they made the early portion actually attack faster. Because before, when you would shift into it, you would have just these really slow attacks, and it was really gross. So LOD, that was the case. It is now faster, which is lovely. So that at least has improved some and is nice. So let's go ahead and make Mr. Fury here. And we can talk a little bit about our plans for the class. Now, this is a druid, so druids do get lower vitality gain, only 2 vitality points, or 1 vitality point for 2 HP points. But we, of course, do have Oak Sage to help boost, and then with shape shifting we have Lycanthropy, which gives max life 20% and continues up from there. So our shape shifting will actually get us a lot of life and will make it really nice. So that is going to be very helpful. They simplified the attack speed stuff. So before, the attack speed was different. Here, Diablo 2 Resurrected attack speed changes. Let's see. See if there's a good... No, this is all bad there. Essentially, all attack speed is the same now. Because before you had what your main hand was versus your off and all of this. And so there was kind of this difference you had to use for calculating. Now it all just kind of plays in together. But if you do want to calculate, there is right here, I will put it in the link down below and I will share it. Oops, wrong one. On Icy Veins, there's an IS calculator for Diablo 2. I should probably put Resurrected here. This is the most up-to-date attack speed calculator that exists. And so you can go to Druid. You can go into your werewolf form. And then you can say, you know, if you want to see what your Fury frames are, or just your standard, or your Feral Rage, right, whatever it is. And then if you have any fanaticism, you can put that in there. Burst of speed, you know, everything, right? Level of your werewolf. If you have Mark of the Bear, etc. So this will give you everything you need, and this tells you how much IS you need to hit whatever breakpoint it is. It mentions Warren right up here. Credits to Warren. Also everybody else. But yeah, so this is going to be your most up-to-date. And like I said, now IAS is just total IAS. This is the IAS that you have on the weapon. This is the IAS that you have, you know, okay, if I'm using an ancient sword, if I'm using a balanced axe, right? So it's IAS on the weapon and off the weapon. Just sum it all together, so it's much simpler there. Something that is nice, right, is mauls can be really fun for these classes. So using some big two-handers and things can be very nice for your Fury. So just something to note, and we will reference this to calculate our IAS in the future, just to see. So just a little note on that, but otherwise, we're going to be sticking within this tree, and I'm really going to be sticking in the melee portion, so I'm not really going to do rabies. We could do rabies through normal, but honestly, if we did that, we'd probably just start with Poison Creeper and then shift into rabies, and you could do that through normal and nightmare kind of, and then it would really fall off. but that would at least be like something that could be done. But that being said, we're really just going to stick into Werewolf Lycanthropy as kind of our initial points and where we're just focusing. So those two, and then Feral Rage will be nice for a little bit of attack rating, run walk speed, lifesteal, extra damage. So we'll get there when we get to 12 and such. But initially, we'll just be sticking here. And the main thing is you want a few points into Lycanthropy just to get that max life, get a little boost there. But after that, and the duration up, because you want more than 40 seconds. But after that, Werewolf is really going to be more of our main focus, since it does give the attack rating and attack speed boost, which is just, you know, super nice to have. So this will be more of our focus, I would say, in the early sections. That being said, let's go ahead. / players 8. We like starting on players 8. Let's go ahead, bring chat back, and dive on in. We'll drop our shield because blocking is just annoying and unnecessary early on. Oh, an experience trying to start is great. Also for stats, we will be having kind of a mix and match of strength, dexterity, and vitality. Obviously, the ideal is just jamming as much into vitality for all the life you can get. Rare jewel. But I am very much going to look at dexterity and strength. Dexterity, because it's going to help us equip items, but also improve our attack rating some, which will be really nice. And we can put our first point into Werewolf and actually shift. And you can see, I mean, we just attack so much faster. Like, honestly, if you go back and play LOD and shift into this at level 1, you're like, why does this feel terrible? But, yeah, so we have a nice boost there. That baby is having some trouble. Can you guys hear that? Hopefully not too badly. And then strength will be just as much for gear. But I do like the additional attack rating early on. Just for these first few levels, it really can be helpful. So we'll be mixing and matching dexterity and vitality. And here you can also see, you know, the problem with just the level 1 right there. You know, it just wears off really quickly. So it's only 40 seconds, but that next point in it is an additional 40 seconds. And it just keeps going up from there. So a few points in and you won't have to worry about constantly losing this. Right. Why did I skip the Radamant book in my source guided playthrough? Generally just a time thing. I don't end up doing everything everywhere all at once. But I would recommend, you know, as you're playing through, to consider you know, things like that.
Violets are blue. Unexpected opening parenthesis. On line 62.
Wow, this is so many experience shines. Thanks, Mav. There's some attack rating. We also have a waypoint and a shrine right next to each other, so that's nice for the future. Let's go ahead and just sell. And I'm going to sell that. That's not really worth a lot. I do like an early scepter. It can just be kind of nice. So we'll go ahead and grab these. And we'll get a little bit of strength and go for that. Just for a little extra added damage. And I actually do want to go down to players 1 for the den. So we'll have a little bit of players 8 to start, but not a huge problem. This will take a little bit longer. So again, if you don't know what the players X, players 1 is, in the game, in single player, you can type /players, space, and then a number. You don't even have to put the space, but /players 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in doing so, we'll look at that point in a second. I'll put strength here, though. It will increase the difficulty. So they'll do more damage, have more life, but they will drop more items and additionally give more experience. So it's a nice way to get a lot of experience early on. I know, Deadeye, I'm like all those experience shrines in my Source World Record attempt would have been lovely. It's okay. We'll get it later. Still a believer. Hello. Kill the shaman. But Den will be nice for a respec later on. Let's say that we find an item that's really nice, but we need to go into more strength for it or something. We can always just use a respec. Or if we want to change our build up, we feel like, you know what, I've put too many points into Feral Rage and it's not actually working out like I want. Or now I'm ready to switch into Fury, so I want to shift there. So getting that is always good. Plus, additionally, and obviously, you just get the skill point here. Which the focus for this character is not really on skill points, but it is still nice to have them. The focus for this character, though, is going to be on getting additional like attack rating, getting nice enhanced damage, getting IAS. That's really going to be the main thing. What's the merch in the video title for? Should say merch. So this is a melee class. If you're looking for a character that's just going to breeze through the game and absolutely obliterate everything, this isn't it. If you're looking for a character that'll be a little bit more methodical and stuff, yeah, this is a decent bet. So I do enjoy, like we got some cold damage there. I do enjoy shifting into some different characters like this. Like I say, the druid, the like shape-shifting druid was never really my favorite. But with the new IAS changes and being able to attack faster early on, I think it does improve it some, and it will make it better. Yeah, we've got a yellow sash there. We can put it on. How does the weapon you're holding affect damage while in werewolf form? So, I mean, if you have any, you know, stuff here, I mean, this is just attack speed, attack rating, and life. So it's just going to be melee hit, right? Whatever it is, you'll just be swinging with that. Yeah. But like I said, some like two-handed mauls and stuff can be really nice on this character. Does have better frames with it. Very fun, Jason.
Good day.
I missed another rare sash. That's okay. I got one with 5 life, 5 fire res, 2 mana. Whew. That's cranking. 1 to max damage. Hey, right now we will take that. And I don't really care about extra gold. We'll go there. We'll go here. So I like to look for like a 2 open socket mace to start. I think that can be really nice, right? We can like run 25 strength, and we could leave it as well. We don't have to do 2 socket. We could just do the 1 socket and it would be totally fine. But if you want, you can try and chop a few times for it. And then I like to put like some poison in there or something, just for a little extra fun. So again, not a big deal. Nothing too crazy that we're looking for to start us off. 2 open socket armors will be nice for a stealth a little bit later, but even that we're not crazy needing. We'll go back to players 8 and let's talk about these skills really fast. So again, we have 3 additional skills and we can take a look. So whenever we increase a level into werewolf, we're just going to be boosting our attack rating and attack speed. So that's just going to be the boost that we get from each of those, which I do want attack rating boost, right? That is going to be very important. However, right now the duration is only 80 seconds and my max life is, 45%. So you get an additional 20 seconds for every point in lycanthropy. So I'm probably going to bounce back and forth between these two just at the start for a few levels until I feel like I've built up enough of a duration, and then I'll start going more into this. So we might go like 5 or 6 levels in lycanthropy and then just continue from there. So I am back on players 8. We also can check the shrine really fast. Shrines in the Cold Plains are going to be very likely to roll Experience Shrine, just as a fun note. Also skill shrines, which can be nice. But can also be nice, again, having that poison damage just to tick away and hopefully just make it some 1 or 2 shot kills on these guys. So that's why I like the early poison damage. An early chipped emerald or 2 can just do a lot. Two-handed, 2-up socket axe is a good early weapon. Oh yeah, that'd be nice as well. Make a steel or something in it. So we will be looking at the potential of steel or malice or something along those lines. Malice is ith-el-eth. Steel is tir-el. The reason that we look at both of those rune words is, one, steel has IAS on it, which is nice. But they both have an open wounds hit, which can be just really good, especially for a melee class where you're not always hitting, because there's going to be times where you hit and then you run away, and then you hit, run away. So having poison, having, having poison or having, let's check this map. Open wounds can really be nice just for those pieces. Go ahead and again balance there, and we'll go ahead and go a little more vitality this time. Yeah, two-handed axes can be good, so we can go shop around for those as well. And that's where getting some of that early strength and stuff will also be helpful. Move into the stony field. Now, something that's important to note with all of this, oh boy. This is also like a good case where having poison and stuff is really nice, just to slowly chip away. But something that can also be really good to note is the chance to hit calculator is based off of a few different things. One, it's based off of my attack rating versus the monster's defense rating. Thus, a monster with very high defense will be harder to hit. But second, it is based off of my level versus the monster's level that I am attacking. Thus, if I start fighting a bunch of monsters that are 20 levels above me, 10, 15 levels above me, I'm going to start having a much harder time hitting them, even if I have decent attack rating. Because decent attack rating is part of the calculation and formula, but it is not all of the calculation. It's only half of it. So this is where making sure that you're leveling up along the way can be really important. And so spending extra time on this character, which I probably won't do, and people will yell at me at the end. They'll be like, why didn't you take 5 more hours to farm, because I'm trying to eventually get through it. Do more as I say than I do. But the idea will still be the same piece, which is take your time, level up. It'll make it easier for you to hit. It'll make you more survivable. It'll make it harder for them to hit you, etc. Right? All of those pieces. I'll go there. I'm going to go more strength, actually, because I am going to want to start looking at some bigger weapons. And they can be really nice. But they usually require a little bit of strength, right? You need 35 strength or so. But yeah, taking your time, killing a lot of like trash mobs and things like that can be helpful. So I would recommend not just trying to burst through and run through really underleveled, because you're just gonna have you're not gonna have a good time. Plain and simple. I feel like you almost have to use like a two-handed axe or something with this character. I mean, you don't have to, but using big two-handers on this character can just be so fun because you don't get to use them on that many characters, Two-handers are pretty worthless most of the time. So this is one of the few times where you actually kind of get to do it and have some fun. Got double boss group here. We want to focus on these boss groups for killing. The main reason is they are worth a lot more experience, plain and simple. 500% experience for boss groups and their minions. Now they're obviously a little more dangerous sometimes, but...
This is great timing. I'm in Act 2 Nightmare with a Fury Druid.
Oh, perfect. And here we can already see our damage is, you know, looking a little sad, right? So we can actually go back to town. And we can take a look, see if we can get it up a little bit. 25 attack rating on a Grand Charm, that is great. 30 attack rating on a ring. And I'll actually take the attack rating there, as attack rating is really nice to have. So this is an instance where maybe a Bardiche could be good, right? You get the 1 to 27. This has got 3 sockets. We could shove some nice damage in there. We can look at these big axes. And notice that the axe class there gets very fast attack speed for this character. So that can be super helpful as well, as opposed to just fast attack speed. So that does give a little bit. We are, of course, some strength away from this, for instance. But there's something. You can also, of course, look for 2 open socket helms and 2 open socket armors, as we will be wanting those. Now, will we be getting to use... Yeah, we could also make a malice in this or something, right? Now, will we be getting to use a two-hander all the way through the game? Maybe, maybe not. One of the biggest issues is that we will potentially run into cold, and cold damage just absolutely wrecks us, right? So that is a problem where we need Cannot Be Frozen. We can make Cannot Be Frozen with Shale Eth in a shield for Rhyme, but if we get an IO, we could also make Hearth. If we get a, and that'll go in a Helm, so that could work. If we get a Pole Rune, we could make Wisdom, which also goes in a Helm. So there are some other options, but Rhyme is the easiest of the group, for sure. Now, I would prefer, and again, I can shop this, getting like a 3 open socket large axe. That's probably going to be where I'm going to try and end up with it eventually. And so we can maybe go shop a 3 open socket large axe or 2 open socket and try and use that. Please build black. Black is also quite nice. We'll put the strength in. And we'll go for a little more life and duration. Yes, it can have +3. One boss group. Now I move on to the second. What's an ideal treachery armor for an Act 2 Mercenary? Honestly, the armor matters less. If you can get like a really nice 2 open socket, you know, Sacred Armor or Bone Weave or whatever, you know, that can be good. But just having the treachery is really nice. Obedience would be fantastic, but that requires a foul and a co-rune, which can be a little difficult. Now, that's something that I would say, you know, for someone playing through, maybe go farm that, right? Get to the Hell Countess, spend a few hours farming Hell Countess, get yourself those runes, and you can continue forward.
Welcome back. I'll be back.
Perfect.
Backstreet Boys. Back to the Future. Backwards Ideology. Back-to-back Cowboys losing season.
All right. That is the next year 2025-2026 Super Bowl champions, Dallas Cowboys. I believe you meant to say. Countess never gives you anything good. I mean, just gotta kill her like 100 times. I also really do like having a chip Sapphire, as being able to hit for a little cold damage early on can also be really helpful. Thanks, Jason. And again, I'm just kind of killing some trash as well. Like, obviously, I'm killing the bosses. However, if there's like a cold enchanted archer pack or something, just avoid it. You know? Don't bother. Like, there you go. Cold enchanted pike women. I'm just gonna run away from those. I have no interest in fighting that. It's gonna be an awful fight.
Farming nightmare hard on my throw, Bob. I wanna actually beat heck with this build. I went to hell to clear the den and I did like 0 damage. I shopped for my current weapons. How did you get weapon upgrades to beat hell on this build?
I think I shopped them as well. Let's go ahead and go with more vitality. Ooh. You can actually also do the bow. Do we want to have any bow play with this? Is FCR common on helmets and LED? You only find it on the like circlets, tiaras, those. Otherwise, no. Yeah, the bows can be nice. All right, let's go back.
Furry druid sounds adult.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah, because people will use Bariza, which can be really nice. So if you want to shop, for instance, let's say I'm like, you know what? I really want to get a nice large axe with 3 sockets because it has nice attack speed. And again, we can even take a look over at our calculator. So I have werewolf. I've got 5 in werewolf. I'm doing standard attack. And I have a large axe. So here are my frames. So at 0 IAS, I'm hitting 11 frames. My Bardiche, I'm hitting 12 frames. So I gain a single frame with it, which could be nice. But also we could look and say, you know, 12 frames is maybe good enough. Right? So having that calculator handy is always solid. You know, 1 to 27 gives us like 13.5 damage. I mean, it is a pretty substantial damage increase, I suppose, to just use that, even though it's 1 frame. Maybe I will just use the polearm. Yeah, but it's 5 more strength. Tough, tough, tough. Keep finding these three open sockets. Druids can use a barm helm? No. Late normal, you can craft a savage polearm. That's true. That's fine. We'll actually continue and we'll just go 5 more strength at 10 and then we'll shift over to it there.
Hello.
Every IS, that weapon has faster frame gains. Yeah, so I mean, this is, of course, where you can, again, look here and say, ooh, if we could get 20 IS, that only moves me to 11 frames on this one. But on the large axe, 20 IS would move me to 9 frames. So finding, you know, 20 IS here would be massive. And also where we can look and say something like, let's take a look at steel. So steel is tier L in non-magic swords and axes with 2 sockets, and it gives 25 IS.
Is it my character level or just what act and difficulty I'm wondering if I can shop anything better since I've leveled up, or if Nightmare Act 5 has a ceiling on throwing weapons I can get.
Your character level is going to matter. Now there is certain restrictions in like normal of what the vendors will sell you and stuff and whatnot, but your character level will determine what you're shopping. The 15 IS means only one source, or other IS gives you 9 frames. This is all IIS combined. Gloves, armors, belts, whatever it is. All of them have an effect, character level active. Yeah, so like in normal, for instance, you know, like I can't shop much at Charcy and Farah and all that, right? Normal Act 1, Normal Act 2, all of that. As you get out of normal and get to Nightmare and then especially get to Hell, everything kind of starts to really open up. Your character level, though, is going to be the main factor. But yeah, so here I'm looking at 25 IAS from Steel, putting me down to 9 frames here, whereas, of course, if I went there, 25 would put me at still 11 because I need 26 to hit 10. So I will simply aim, I suppose, for a Steel in a 2-open socket large axe. That's going to be my aim to start. Now, what is my dream item in this run? Steel Driver. I love Steel Driver. You can't make steel in a Bardiche? Oh, that's true. I couldn't even make it in a Bardiche anyways, because that is not an axe. Rib Cracker later. But that's a later thing. I'm saying earlier. Because you can get Steel Driver kind of early, honestly. And oh, it's just so nice. Kill a couple dudes for a little experience here. Ghostlies are kind of annoying to deal with, so honestly I'm just going to pass beyond that. But Insight will probably be what we end up shifting into for Nightmare, just because of the DPS there. It's just really nice. Do I have Z DPS right now? Yeah, my DPS right now is pretty bad. I mean, I'm just using this starter mace. And like we talked about before, you don't get boost to the actual damage from these skills, right? They will give you other boost, but you're not getting 20% damage, 30% damage, 40% damage, or anything like that. So it kind of falls off, you know, until you get down to Fury, which then is like 100% damage boost and all that. And that's where Fury can be nice. You get actually some damage boost. But until we hit level 30, we're not getting those increases, which is unfortunate. Can you upgrade magic items? No.
I can smell where this tower was abandoned.
Rib Cracker's perfect for... Yeah, I'm like, Rib Cracker is, you know, endgame godly. I'm saying what's something I can actually use on the way that's nice. And the answer for that is Steel Driver. Okay, this is not ideal. Having these archers and then a Might Aura boss right here. When you get into these situations, this is where a lot of times I do suggest just running forward and getting away from that. That's too much. Now, what can I do? I can fight one by one within, you know, a corridor right here. But even this, you're going to see, is still pretty brutal. I'm going to be put into hit recovery a lot. Just because the Might Aura plus the Blood Clan is just nasty. Where did he go? There he is. Come on. Die to poison. Nope. Ah, forget it. Also, extra strong ghosts. Kind of difficult, as they will stack, so we have to be a little careful with this. So some tough boss groups here. And this is one of the difficulties of this character, is a lot of bosses can just be a little too difficult to fight and deal with. Now we run into archers too, and you know, I'm going to push forward again. It's a little bit annoying, but neither of those are great. 4 dexterity is attack rating, ends up being about 39, so it's pretty nice. And more extra strong. But at least it's fallens, which are a little easier. Now, something that is also really fun with this character, and maybe I'll get to show you guys soon, is when you hit 0 life on this character, you will not actually go to 0 life. You get kind of a free death in a way. Because instead of dying, your character will go down to 1 life and shapeshift out. And at that point, they will just be at that 1 life, but still be alive, even though they should have been dead. So if you're only fighting, for instance, a monster that, you know, hits you once there, you can just shapeshift back in if you want. And then you can use that, and that can be really nice. So it's a way to have a little extra survivability. Okay. I'm actually going to do this, and this. And we will shapeshift, or we will swap our weapon, at least temporarily, on the way to steel, because I do want to be able to fight and get to steel. So that will give us enough damage that we have a little boost there. So let's go up to 40 strength. Let's make a big ol' weapon. And now we're gonna hit a lot chunkier. 14 to 53 damage is a little bit better there, huh? This is players 8. So I am running a high players count. Okay. Don't love archers. See if we can't drag them in and kind of have them a little bit on the side. There we go. So this is a lot better, right? And this is, again, something that's really, yeah, this is just a stack tower of like all the worst mobs. At least they weren't cold enchanted. But this gives a good example, though, of why you need to upgrade your weapon. Because if I'm trying to run around there and fight with just that weak little scepter, it's just too tough. So the more that you can update and upgrade your weapon as you go, the better. Now, when I get to the Countess, before I kill her, I am going to shift down to players 1. The reason I'm going to shift down to players 1 is because the Countess has the most rune drops on players 1. Okay? So on players 8, you're going to get 1 rune tops. You'll pretty much never get more than 1 rune, with the exception of just like her random, you know, item drop. So your focus will be instead going to players 1, and the reason is just the way that it calculates. She essentially does all of her item drops first and then does her special rune drop, and so if she already drops all the items from being on players 8, then she's not going to drop you a lot on P1. But if we go to P1, then there's generally more room for extra special rune drops, and she will drop more runes, and I believe it's like 1.8 runes on average that she'll drop on players 1. Is a 2-socket diadem worth anything? I mean, if it's got like 220 and stuff on it, sure. All right, Taloneth, of course, kill me. Every time. Every time, you guys. I just can't. Players 2 would also work. The thing is, you can spawn her on players 8. That's fine. It's just killing her. All right. So we want to get a 2-socket gray armor. Make sure it's not blue. Yeah, I switched to players 1. You can see right there. Game difficulty set to 1. And then when you get your Talon Ethrin, you can put them in. Obviously, we can't use it till level 17. That's totally fine. But Taloneth will be one of the rune words. Now, the main pieces of this are 25 faster run walk and 25 faster rate recovery. The rest of it's okay. 6 dexterity is kind of nice. You know, and you know, the rest of the stats are like fine. We'll take MDR, and you know, the other pieces are okay. But the main pieces are faster unwalk and hit recovery are both very nice. Ah, why'd I take it off? I can't use it. Oh well, that's fine. We'll put it away. So that is our focus there.
The order welcomes you.
The FCR will also be nice because we will get a telestaff where we can shift out of the werewolf, and then we can use just teleport right when we're in human form. Unfortunately, you cannot teleport in werewolf form. That's just something that they've decided, which is annoying. Grab the small charm. Here you can see this is a ghost. I'm looking and it's a cursed ghost. I don't really know if I want to fight curse right now, so I'm just going to keep moving forward. Play as a dog, no staff. I mean, it's mostly no staff, but being able to teleport a little bit is helpful. This is also cursed ghost. Jeez. All right, we'll fight the cursed ghost. Fine. I mean, I want some experience. So it's generally pretty important to find the boss and then see what it is that you're fighting before you decide if you're fighting it. Right? So it's generally a decent idea. Now, why am I continuing? I got the Taleth. Well, I'm also looking for tier L because I do want steel. Now, Tal and Eth are going to be your more common runes. Tal dropping about 50% of the time. Eth dropping about 33% of the time. L, on the other hand, is going to be the rarest rune to drop. Maybe Eld was the rarest. Regardless, it's like 1 in 11 or 12, something like that. I forget the exact numbers. But it's definitely a little bit more rare. And Tyr is probably more like 1 in 5-ish. So we will be seeing what we get as we go. Okay. Now we have Feral Rage, so this can actually be a nice way. We'll just build up our little orb. And then when you use Feral Rage, right, it has a little attack rating boost. But it also gives you this orb that'll last. And then with that, you get attack rating, run walk, and lifesteal. And it does have a damage boost on it of 50%. Oh, that's nice. I actually forgot. So we do get a little boost for having Feral Rage. Shifting out is annoying. This is why we put some of those points in Lycanthropy to get that duration up. Now, when we are calculating... Ooh, multi-shot. Our attack speed as well with these different weapons and stuff. It's also important to really note what the level of the werewolf is. Because obviously the higher level your werewolf, the lower the requirements will be. So for instance, you know, we talked about needing 26 IAS to hit the breakpoint with the Bardiche to drop that extra frame. With another point in werewolf, we probably only need like 25 or 24 IAS, and then we would be able to hit it. So this is where you'll bounce around in figuring that and doing those calculations. Monster multi-shot can shotgun, but players can't. Yeah, I know. They just hate players. Okay. Put another point into Feral Rage. And we'll go more Vitality here. I want Steel Driver. That is one of my favorite items in the game. I find it, and it's not only one of my favorite items, but it's one that you find kind of often on playthroughs. So I would love to get that. Get the Pierre Tombal. Yeah, I want Steel Driver. Rib Cracker's a high level anyways. Like, I doubt we'll be able to use Rib Cracker. I mean, I guess we would later, but requirements on anyway. Okay, again, make sure we're on players 1 before we kill. Is it necessary to put dex for attack rating? I mean, I still have a 95% chance to hit. I've got pretty decent attack rating going right now. I've got some dex and AR there. I've got some dex there, or AR there, AR there. So I've really kind of got a lot there spread around, which helps. Dexterity gives you some attack rating, but really it's what you get along the way. Rib Cracker's only level 31? No way. I know you can up it, but... $39 makes more sense. Rib Cracker... Required level 31. Wow. Alright, never mind. Give me Rib Cracker. Holy crap. Dude, I thought it was like 50 or something. Yeah, I mean, look how good this is. Massive ED, added damage, 50% crushing blow, 50 IS, 50 hit recovery, 15 dexterity. Such a disgustingly nice weapon. Damage to mana, 1 to strength. We can sell those. Not super important. Now, this can also be a good time to hire a mercenary. Wait a second, Mr. Lama, but you didn't do the burial ground. That is correct. You don't need to. You just need to get level 8. And you're good.
I'll put that to good use.
I like the fire explodey mercenary. She's actually pretty solid. And she has some nice added damage. Yeah, Rib Cracker is exceptional, so it's harder to find. Again, I mean, I have found Rib Cracker in my playthroughs. All the times I've played through the game, like once, twice, you know. Not counting, obviously, when I'm doing my Grail and stuff, but just like guided playthroughs, speedruns. Now, Steel Driver, 30 times, 40 times. Yeah, where is the best place to drop it and what are the odds? With 0 MF and then with like 50 MF, because we can easily get to 50. Yeah, and then you upgrade Steel Driver and it's super nice.
I'll put that to good use.
The Chieftain? Nah. Pass. Why'd you want to crack ribs? Because I'm cracking the monster's ribs, not my ribs. Do the light radius, perfect.
I've only ever found Rib Cracker twice, and once is now on my Fury Druid.
Hit. Beautiful. There we go. So there's a good example of what I wanted to show you before. Which is where it actually will just put you down into 1 life.
Llama needs to find back cracker.
I do. God, my back hurts so much.
Run, Mr. Puppy Llama.
Thank you, Ivazon. Thank you, Evo.
Not as good to upgrade, but I'm always partial to Bone Snap mainly because of the weapon art.
I mean, Bone Snap looks cool, but Steel Driver just so much nicer. But the art is really cool. Bone Snap's a classic. Alright, again, back to players 1. Now here you can also decide how much or how little you do wish to farm here. It is a little bit easier to pick up an Elrond in Act 2 for sure, just kind of running around killing a bunch of stuff. So we could just move forward after a little bit. I think after I get my tier rune, I probably will, and I'll just bank on getting an Elrond a little later, but we can also, you know, do a couple more Countess. I don't mind, mainly because like we talked about before, this is a character where getting more levels is not bad, right? We'll go ahead and put a little bit more there, get a little more attack rating. Most reliable weapons are until insight, obedience, and hustle. Wait, what about most reliable? Yeah, I mean, obedience is my, like, steel driver, obedience, insight, hustle, all of those really are great. Bone snap is okay. You know, we'll see what else we find. Players 8, 50 MF, you can find Rube Cracker. 1 in 1,071. Yeah, that's probably just a little high to, like, spend farming it. Is that the best place, Super Elitist? Because players 8 Andy would be really rough on this character. I'm actually going to take a look at throw rage a little more for the next skill point. Yeah, we're not doing Fireclaw. Fireclaw is nice, but we're not doing it in this one. We'll go more Vitality. So here's my current stats. 40, 30, 60 is my current breakdown. Also, we will grab some wolf heads. One to werewolf. Now, what are my odds and best odds in place to find Steel Driver? Hello, Victor. Let's do a weapon rack. Ooh, that is smart. Isn't Fireclaw capped at 7 FPA now? Yeah, but I mean, I'm not hitting max frames on a guided playthrough anyway, so. Damage or HP Spirit. We could also get a Spirit running along with us if we wanted.
Okay, Llama Quiz Time NBA Edition. What is the stupidest trade in League history?
No comment. Elrond? Taltier, so close. Literally not even a fan of the team anymore. Straight up, do not even care. Half freeze duration is actually really nice.
What can I do for you?
1 in 371. Nightmare Andy. P3 would be what I would be running though, so. 1469, yeah. Alright. AD getting injured. I don't even want to talk about anything. Yeah, honestly, at that point, it definitely is just finding a normal rack with a Great Maul and then just running that over and over again. That'd be way faster. Oh, that was P1. I was like, man, we were doing way too much damage there. Canopy Frozen mod. What's the easy way to get it? So there's 3 easy ways to get it besides just getting lucky and finding a, you know, unique spirit trout or whatever. Sheoleth and a shield for Rhyme. Wisdom and a helm, which requires a pole rune. I forget the exact requirements, but pole IO, something like that. Or Hearth in a helm, which requires an IO rune. Shale IO Thol, maybe?
They moved to Vegas, then a few years later you get a new team, with a much worse name. Like how the Oilers became the Texans. Someone would want to call them the Saddles or something.
Oh, Jesus. The Dallas Saddles. Kill me.
Just go for an Ethrip Cracker and then Farmer's Odd in this run.
Oh, perfect. Dude, Jalal's helm would be sick, yeah. Honestly, many of the unique Druid helms would be sick on this run. Like, a lot of them are really good. We'll go more Vitality. The Dallas Daisies.
I wanna say Bertha isn't terribly hard to find, right?
Probably Nightmare Mephisto or something, Bariza, but again, it's gonna be a few hundred runs. But it would also be sweet. Like, there are multiple sweet items for the character, so, you know, maybe we will go and do, like, a lot of people, you know, say slow down or speed up the guided playthroughs. I don't know. We can consider spending a little time on the character doing some silliness like that. Go spend a few hours farming Mephisto and trying to get a couple of dope things. You can furry with a crossbow? Yes, you can. Elrune? Taltir. Darn. There's a rare trident. You can check it out. Ethereal, too. Chance to cast amp damage. We will give that to an Act 2 Mercenary 1000%. 1 max damage, 17 AR is really nice.
Good day.
Insight in an elite staff. Yeah. It's also really good. Elite staves have crazy high damage. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to actually go to this and move my big dumb body out of the way. So, every point in Feral Rage gets us 10 more attack rating. The Run Walk, it looks like, is not increasing, at least on this level. We get a little bit more lifesteal, 4% more at the top end, and a 5% damage boost. Every point here gets us 15% more attack rating and a little bit of attack speed, but doesn't really do a lot. And then obviously points here are just 5% more life and a little more duration. So I do think at this point continuing Feral Rage is the proper way to go. How's the baby? Baby's babying. Doing baby things, you know? Being cute, screaming, all the stuff. Again, I know we could continue forward and just try and get the L rune later. I'm kind of trying to maybe just go a little slower with this run, and I still might do that. But, you know, maybe going a little slower on this run and getting the items a little bit more will make it more enjoyable for the viewer. Thank you, Victor. Good start, bit of mix, by the way. I agree, Dragoon. Don't worry, the next generation of RPGs is going to be Llama RPG. It's going to bring back the fun that is missing in all of these dang RPGs nowadays. Now, it will be turn-based. Llama ARPG will not be turn-based. That'll be coming later, assuming Llama RPG does well enough. So if Llama RPG sells like 10,000 copies, then we can have enough to make Llama ARPG. That'd be a nice clown. Oops. Thoughts on Punchwolf? Sounds slow. Using Godot. It's coming along nicely. Had another meeting today. We'll have another meeting tomorrow. We've had a lot of progress in the past couple weeks. Now, once you get to level 17, there is not much experience to be gained in the tower. We're 16 at almost at that 17 mark. So at 17, it really falls off. At that point, it's probably best to just run straight down to the Countess. Hey, Led, I passed you today in Lords. But at 17, we will get to use our stealth. So we'll get to be a little faster, which will be nice. Good, you should hear the leader. Wow. F. Unfortunate. Okay, we can move forward. We'll look for the L on the way. I like to save chips. They can be good for later on. Also, iths are really nice. Just 9 to max damage. It's pretty solid. 6 to life on this charm is okay, but it's kind of weak. I'll sack it for now. And let's not forget, we'll continue with Vitality. And let's put on our Stealth and run a little faster. Oh yeah, now we're really trucking with our Feral Rage and our Stealth Armor. Oh yeah. Speedy. What's the natural thing to replace Stealth with? So there will be ideas that will come along later that we will just have to feel out. So Smoke is probably where we'll end up, just because, you know, at that point, hopefully we aren't using a shield, but without a shield, we have less, you know, damage and all that. Right, so Smoke is probably a thought. However, Twitch throw would be really nice, you know, if we could find that along the way, which isn't that hard to get. It'd be really nice to, you know, there's a Lionheart would be okay.
I know champion packs can like lower the amount of uniques on a map, but do Act 5 maps with evil urns mean they can have the most amount of uniques or champions of any maps in the game? Farming Act 5 Terror Zone Crystal Passage, and I was wondering if in getting even more XP than any other area because of these evil urns.
Yeah, the evil urns are helpful there. It will give you a little more because of that. Duriel shell would be super sick. Yeah, the thing is, Lionheart would be nice, but I would rather save the foul for obedience. You know, it's hard to say with all of them. Now, experience down here is okay. Still a little bit less. No, Mercenary. To give her potions, you can either drag potions over her body, or you can shift click a potion from your belt. Doing shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, shift 4. Primer Hearth for CBF. Yeah, we'll see what we get. I mean, that's the other thing is the IO rune I would like to use maybe for black or something, but you know, we'll kind of see what happens in Nightmare there. Just gotta feel it all out. 2 to Molten Boulder. Wrong build. Okay. Yeah, the biggest problem with Rhyme is, again, we lose the 2-hand. Which kind of sucks. Okay, so it is just going to be straight up over there, so we'll come back for that. Cursed Archers, I will say no thanks to those. And you do have a 20-second duration on Feral Rage. So essentially, you just want to make sure you hit something once every 20 seconds. So even if you're running through and you don't intend on killing something, if it's been, you know, 10, 15 seconds, get one hit in, refresh it, go from there. Come on, where's the mob? There we go. Oh, just missed. Go Mr. Soul Eye here. Alright. Dead it's there. So again, we're just kind of killing things and leveling up as we run along. Huh. So what does this map want to do then? Wow, what a map. Up, around, and then down. That's crazy. Just using a big ol' gem to Bardiche right now. Going to test out my new arcane strats. I mean, I'm always testing them.
It's locked.
Top left will be our arcane first direction this time. Nice, lad. I took one down a few days ago. Yeah, they give you a lot of boost. I saw the alliance chest that we had. 10 FCR. Better on my sorceress. So I knew you took it down. Okay.
Yes?
Could try and learn the map chips for my videos, but it's so hard even for you who's been playing this game since 2000. Yeah, I mean it's a lot. There's a lot to remember with all of it.
I sense it. The supernatural is strong here.
And our lifesteal is actually doing okay now, to be honest. Like we're actually kind of sustaining a little bit. I still don't do enough damage to really be there, but you know, this is players 8 killing right here. So it is not bad. Cat a level 2. Now, if you want to farm, I would actually say this is not a terrible character to do a little farming on. With normal and Duriel. Because normal and Duriel doesn't have, like, the greatest drops. But she doesn't have a lot of drops, I should say. But her drops are actually okay. Like, she'll drop Blood Fist, and she'll drop Hisaris Boots, and she'll drop Hisaris Belt. And Hisaris Boot and Belt gives you a really big attack rating combination. So that's really nice. I'd love to get those two pieces. Blood Fist gives you IAS and some life and stuff, right? Like, there's actually a lot of good combination from some of the stuff that she will be dropping. She'll also drop you some Nagel rings and stuff, which can help find more things. So yeah, this is, if you want to stop and kill her a few times, it can actually be nice. Do I still have my chainmail? I do, though, with my back right now being just like shot. Why not one hand and a shield? I mean, you can, but how many characters do you honestly get the chance to run a two-handed big old weapon?
I need a key.
She doesn't really drop Death Sash very often, if at all. I mean, I'm not sure I've ever seen her drop it for me. I'm sure she can, but I've gotten Death's Gloves many times from her. But yeah, she doesn't really drop Death Sash for me. But Death Sash and Gloves would also be a fantastic combination. The best place to find that is honestly the normal Cow King. So that could also be a consideration. Rather than farming Duriel and Nightmare 400 times, we go farm, you know, 50, 60 Cow Kings in normal. And till we get Death Sash and Glove combo, because it is fantastic. Sanders would be nice. I'd love to find Sanders, yeah. Alright, we hit 18. I will still continue in Feral Rage. We're not going to be doing the rabies thing with this one. We're going to stick for the melee piece of it, really, so we'll leave that alone. And I'll go ahead and do more vitality. Let's keep our life gain going. Get rid of that. And we'll go down to players 1 for Miss Endario. Set up a safety TP. back in. I like to just kill these shamans really fast because otherwise it's really annoying. Do their best. If you have Magic Find, put it on right now before you kill her. For instance, if we had Magic Find there, maybe those would have been some Blood Fists.
Duriel, your reign is
Otherwise, after a little bit of work, congratulations. You've completed Act 1. How easy was that? Not bad at all.
Hello.
Not bad at all. 10 FCR, 3 static. Man, those such nice things. Let's see what we get over here. I mean, 2 to dexterity, 19 attack rating is more attack rating, so I do love that. We'll go get ourselves a big boy. Ooh. Big boy belt, just because I want the more slots. And honestly, this is nice, but Chance for Frost Nova when struck is nicer. That is just like a really, really nice mod to get. So we are gonna do that. It's you'll see just how good it is as we play along. Yeah, we can look around at the different things.
Good day.
All right, and we will go to the next level of potions. And here we go. I know, Mike. Let's go ahead and hire a Blessed Aim Mercenary. Because, of course, Blessed Aim will not just only help him, but it'll help us. And then we have this gorgeous trident that we found, which has chance for ant damage on
How high
strike.
can you level in Nightmare Terror Zones? Like him already at 70 and still getting plenty of XP. How high can this go?
71 or 2 is the max level that it goes to. So obviously then you can go a few levels above that. So you can take it to like probably 78, 77. No Radamant. Again, Radamant is, you know, if you wish and desire to do Radamant, you can, but not necessary. Skills aren't like crazy necessary, but you know, if we are doing a full playthrough of the game and all that, you know, we can go do it. It is totally fine. At this point, we're looking for that L rune. That is our main hope here. This is not hardcore, but this character would actually be a decent hardcore character because you are taking it pretty slowly through the game. Malice and a flail would be nice. Malice flail would be nice. I'm really looking at that steel. I think we can take a look between the two of them again. Steel with the 25 IAS is really sweet, as that can get us, you know, down a few frames and really attacking a lot more. So you look at this chance for Frost Nova and just how nice that is. Like, oh, in terms of survivability. Just does so much. Now, the other option, of course, is just jamming a bunch of Tau runes and going for big poison damage. So that is also a fine option. You can just go Tau, Tau, Tau. Shove those 3 into the big axe and then just swing your way and do everything there. Cold Enchanted a little annoying, but we kind of got him locked up there. And I have half freeze duration as well, so that helps it out. Can I do a Frost Nova, you mean? Frost Nova guide? I did a cold source where I did Frost Nova into Blizzard, I thought. How's my father-in-law's recovery going? Good. He's been recovering quite well lately. So that's been really nice. Now I'm the weakest one in the house with my terrible back. Yeah, we'd love a rune word, but will I ever go back to D4? I don't think so. More Feral Rage, more Vitality. We are at the point as well now, since we are 18, where we could start summoning a Heart of the Wolverine, which is okay. My biggest, thing about that is I feel like it just dies a decent amount. But we could look into it. Requires a couple skills. Paul Rosen, thank you. Thank you for 2 months. Welcome back. Don't forget, if you're on Twitch, Twitch Primes are free to use. Any source runs today? Today we will just be doing this guided playthrough. It's not going to be the longest stream because honestly sitting is really hard for my back. I have to shift around a lot and they're brutal. What happened to my back? It got pinched and I couldn't walk for a couple days there. I couldn't walk, couldn't sit, couldn't do anything. I just laid in bed, unable to move. It's pretty horrible. Paul Rosenbaum with 5 gifted subs as well. My goodness. I tried a heating pad. I mean, I've been doing icing. I've been doing hot showers with it, you know. I just have to get the inflammation out. That's the main thing. Happened to you once when you were out in the garden, couldn't get back in the house? Oh yeah, I literally could not move the first day. The second day I could crawl. It's extremely debilitating. Is there a way to make this build a viable semi-fast 85 area farmer? I mean, Fury Druid isn't known exactly for its terror zone farming, but you can for sure. You get a lot of endgame gear. You can get it rolling a little bit, doing some stuff. Updated the merch. Thank you, Moo. Perfect Ormus today. Yeah, but what's the skill on it? 11% match find. Oh my god, chance for Frost Nova when struck. I'm going to double up my chance for Frost Nova when struck. And I'm going to save the magic find right there.
Good evening.
You can actually go shop a lot of that if you really want, which can be kind of funny. So at Elzix, you can just shop, and then you can go down here. Come back up.
What you need?
And just look for blue items. And this is where you can get chance to cast Nova and chance to cast Frost Nova. So there's another chance to cast Frost Nova, right? So I do like having stealth more than this, but we could have this and it'd be really nice. I have a nice weapon for the Mercenary already that has chance for amp damage and stuff. Now, could I use a Savage Polearm? Yeah, I mean, we could consider it.
Welcome.
Staff, diamond, belt.
Blessings to you.
Nice. Little high though. Level 25, 82, 82. Yeah, we got a battle scythe there, so it's pretty crazy. We can try again. Where'd the... Well, the damage is great because it's exceptional.
Hello.
Chris. And a staff of some sort.
I can't.
And we got a partisan of slaying, which is even doper. All right, nice. Well, we keep rolling exceptional bases, so that's unfortunate. I mean, it's really nice because the damage is sick, but again, we can't use anything there. So we'll leave those alone for now, and we'll just keep going. I think Baby and Duriel's got the phone. Maybe Lilith took it and ran. Level 23 is not that far. Yeah, but 113 strength is insanely far. Now, what I could consider actually doing if we wanted was respecking and or just in the next few levels adding strength.
Llama,
Hello?
I wanted to congratulate you on your victory last night.
Thank you.
Bad back is the best excuse to get out of doing something on Valentine's Day
Oh
I have
my
heard in a while.
God.
I hope Moo bought it and isn't secretly planning ways to make you really hurt your back.
Wow. My back's hurt. But a maul is 69 strength and really nice damage. So we could look at a maul if I wanted to just put up a little more strength and really increase our damage there, which I think is something that I will do. Unless we can find Elrune along the way. But even then we could maybe... it'd be much harder to get a 2-socket maul, since that'll just be something we'd be gambling. I didn't forget Valentine's Day. I just... Moo Girl doesn't even like Valentine's Day. I tell you no. hear Moo Girl say that? I've said it. Isn't that enough? I'm just gonna keep going Feral Rage. Oh yeah, steel can't be made in the Maul anyways, so it would just be in the large axe. But Maul's damage is really nice. So we can even take a look, right? So if we go right here, you can see 30 to 43 damage for 36.5 average, which is just massive. And then you can, if you go gamble a few of these, you can get a boost on it, right? You can gamble one with 40 ED or something like that and really get that up there. And then you can see slow, 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 normal. But on a druid, it is fast. So I believe it is, oops, wrong one. Where did we put that IAS calc? Icy Veins, IAS calculator. So we go Druid, we go Werewolf, we do Feral Rage. We have 6 points, maybe 7 right now. 7 points in Werewolf. And we have a Maul. And so here's what our frames would be. So we're on the 12 there. If we can get 20 IAS, we could get to the 10, which would be really nice. But that is pretty solid damage. Yeah, you don't get the boost, but it's still good to put there anyways. Yeah. So, and that's something good to aim for as well. 20 IAS, which I'd love to just find some, Sanders gloves or something for. So I think that is my goal right now. One to 2 levels in Werewolf, and we can go. Oh yeah, actually, let's see. 9. Yep. 8. Oh, even at 8. Okay, so if I put a single level into Werewolf, I will actually go up to 11 frames. Just respec at 23 and use the Partisan. I mean, it is really big damage. How much damage was that Partisan? But God, that's like all my stats. Like 113 strength. Do I even have enough stats for that? And then like 80 your dex or something? 76, whatever it is. I don't think I have enough stats for it. Hello, come in. Turning into a no vitality druid run. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it feels at that point.
You did it.
Good job. Hello. Hello. That's empty. We can get one shot anyways. Might as well make it entertaining. Wow. Oh, stay alive, Raisin. Is it not in my closet? Alright, let's give him... Oh my god, chance for Frost Nova armor. Everybody cast Frost Nova. We'd like to hear from Moo Girl that she doesn't care about Valentine's Day. Moo Girl.
I don't care about Valentine's Day.
See? Boom.
Thanks.
D-U-N-D holiday.
Dang. Told y'all.
Would you love so well every day?
I was looking for the merch. That's right.
I can't carry it.
Tis a silly day. Today is the day that you will show love to your partner. That is every day.
I can't carry it. I can't carry it. Thanks.
Raisin, don't you die on me. He is just flirting with death over there. Oh, good. Yeah, she's hanging out in the closet. Can you close the closet? Uh-oh.
Hello.
Yeah. Good job. All the way. Thank you.
Mommy just wants to wear the trucker hat today.
All right, put your trucker hat on, girl. Ooh, Jewel of Envy is always nice. Just get like a socket and a helm or something. Gold is pointless. 3 more dexterity. We'll go ahead and keep that. 42 attack rating. I will put that over the 1 max damage. Getting attack rating is just like super helpful on these characters, so. 113.67. That is so much. That is 180 stats. Minus the starting, what, 15 strength and 20 dex or something? I'm not sure I would have any stats whatsoever if I use this. It would be massive damage though. And you know, if we're feral raging, +6 from stealth. That's right. And +4 here and +3 here. 13 extra dex. Yeah, I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I can. I think the Maul is the better way to go. It's only 69 strength. And then I still get, you know, decent damage. Yeah, I don't think I physically have enough stats for it at 23. Like, I don't actually think I can even get. I'm 35 points short. Even with the 13 dex from my gear, that doesn't do it. Dang. Might just have to find another diamond and roll another one. Okay, Raisin's gonna die. Okay, we got in there. Save the Raisin. What's the name of our guy? Feel super homey. Welcome back. Try and have a nice homey stream. I think Lochabrax or Bill would be your choices for the Savage Polearm recipe. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, it's just a random chance on what you get. So it's unfortunate that we rolled 2 of the highest exceptional. I think those are literally the 2 highest stat requirement Savage polearms that you can roll. If I'm not mistaken. Ow. Battle Scythe was the other. I mean, they are 2 exceptionals. Oh my god, turn that fan off. It's freezing. Half freeze duration on boots is pretty nice. Picking up these sorts of things can be a really helpful... Oh. Really helpful way to just like boost your character ever so slightly. God, it's so cold.
There's nothing the right portion can't cure.
Can also, of course, grab a couple thawing potions to be used later. And let's go down to the Far Oasis here. What do you think about the Polearm Barb or Fend Amazon? I mean, I just did a Fendazon through hell, like, not that long ago. Thanks, Landstat. Felt like it, Binary. Oh. I mean, I've got a nice chair, but just is tough stuff, you know. Yeah, I've got about the same posture, I guess, as this guy. All right, so down and around that way. Let's get our mercenary helping out here as well. Ano's new Amazon? Was it normal? Not hell, right? He had a really good hell time before. Back to Corbin. 133.91. Oh my god. 133.91. Insane. I love our chance for Frost Nova gear. It's just so nice. Yeah, it's way too hot. Or cold. It's freezing my arms. I did, you didn't hear. Oh no, that was supposed to go to strength. Should I respec? Oh no. Maybe we respec to the mall. The problem is when Fury comes in, we want to have a respec. But I guess at 30 we'll be in Nightmare. And we can use the Nightmare respec. So I think we should go
Morning
respec.
Llama, Mr. Llama Wave. How
Hi,
goes it?
Crod. It's been nice.
I can't carry him.
Bone Hue is nice, but yeah, you know, it's high strength, but hell, and could use it. There's honestly just a lot of weapons that are viable and could be fun to use. We just have to find them. We'll just have to see what we actually get. Am I going to go for a damaged spirit or a grizzly to help out? Not a grizzly, but I may eventually grab a damaged spirit. But a lot of times you want to put more than 1 point into it if you can. Otherwise it just dies pretty quickly, and so, you know, but maybe on a respec we'll just put some there. Bone Hue, I do think you're right, is like 67 or something for its level requirement. I do think it's maybe too high. Bone Spew. Thank you, Crod Madoon. 55 months. Wow. Also 195 strength. Yeah, but if you take 40% requirements off of that with 2 hells, you know, it'd still be a little rough, but maybe workable. Stuff and Things coming a member over there.
Stuff and Things became a member.
5
Stuff and
months.
Things celebrates
Thank you.
5 months of membership. Subsea cable cut in Alaska. Can't wait to play.
Subsea cable cut in Alaska. Did it. Interesting. Thank you very much. Yes, you can also join the membership program over on YouTube as another way to monthly support the channel. Does help a lot. I appreciate it. My channel is not built on 1 or 2 people supporting it. It's built off of thousands doing tiny, tiny bits. So thank you to all of you who do. Is it worth putting any points into Oak Sage? I mean, again, you could. Having a Sage is viable. I do feel like the Sage will just die for this character. 12 to 20, 50 IAS. Let's go, baby. Whack, whack, whack. Yeah, we tried a couple Savage Polearms, but we failed the rolls. We rolled too big. And I'm out of diamonds, so.
Back to basics. Back in the game. Backyard barbecue. Back it up, Buttercup. Back in black. Back in your corner, I see. Back with your same excuses, I see.
Okay.
Backstage pass. Back for more.
Hello.
All right, let's respec. Are there any druid skills that you should never use? I mean, Arctic Blast, though I did make an Arctic Blast druid to prove you can do anything. Vines. I think Solar Creeper, Carrion Vine, never.
Greetings.
Ghoulie, thank you. All right, so at this point we can gamble, and we will be looking for a mall. Oh, there was one. Whoopsies. There's another. So we can gamble a few malls, or a couple. Not bad. Deadly Maul of Shock, 24 ED on it. This is also where we can try and get a little bit more money if we want to gamble a tiny bit more. You did. So you can go find a cheap blue staff or cheap blue wand. Either one. Look for something that's, you know, just a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 gold. And then you can take 3 random chip gems, cube it, and hope you get something better than that. 1 to lightning. That's worth a little bit. 1 to firewall. Not the greatest rolls we've ever seen.
Good day.
But they are worth some money. And now we got 20,000 extra. That's about 4 more malls for us to gamble with there. So we can really just go look for a big ED mall. That's kind of my... Gosh dang it, I keep skipping through it. Kind of what I'm looking for. That's garbage. 13 ED, not as good. Not great. Not good. 5 to max, 12 AR. Not great.
I can't
Unfortunately, did not hit that great of a maul, but we got one that's okay. So we'll go up to 69 strength, go 70, put a little bit into dex, rest into vitality, and we can put on our maul. Additionally, like we talked about before, we can take a look over here and we can say, if I'm using the maul, what happens with each subsequent point? So it would take up to 16 right there. So we will not do that, but we will go to 8 to go ahead and get the 11 frames per attack. And I'll put one more in there. Put 4 points in lycanthropy. And I'll just go rest feral rage for now. Perfect. That is the IS calculator on Icy Veins. Right here. Yeah, the staff is pretty nice. You know, 12 to 20 with 50 IS. Okay, time for the Arcane. Everybody. Beautiful something. Oops. Alright. And we will go down to players 1 here. We're already level 21. I feel pretty good. Let's just move forward.
Silver became a
Silver.
member. Silver celebrates 12 months of membership. New mic sounds much smoother and less sibilant. A-OK hand.
Thank you. I don't even know what the word sibilant means. But I think I want less of it. Are there any early game runes worth looking out for with this druid? Yeah, so steel is worth looking out for. Again, if we could have found steel, I would have gone and gotten, you know, a large axe from Charcy there with 2 sockets, put it in, and that would have been nice. Now the damage is less, which is kind of the downfall. Mauls have just really high base damage, so that's why at this point, now that I'm level 21, and even around like 19, 20, whatever, I'd say is the time where you can shift over into using just a maul. And now we just kind of smack dudes, you know. And with that level 8 werewolf, I know it's level 9 because I have the +1 for my helm, but that helm is very replaceable, which is why I put the extra point there. The 11 frames per attack is actually pretty good with it. Yes, this is a first way. This calculator is Warren's calculator. I've just officially put it on Icy Veins there. So it'll get more reach and kind of have a better home to exist than just a random GitHub. The old mic was bright and hissy, too much treble. Are you guys just making words up now? Bright and hissy? That's how I would describe my niece, but on a microphone. You said you'd go top left? Oh yeah, well it was top right. And too much treble. That's right. One-shotting on... I mean, we do a lot of damage. With this Combat Shrine doubling, basically, 173 to 255. That's some heckin' damage right there. Even without it, though, it's like 100 to 150 or something. And this isn't even the best maul. Too poppy, also how I would describe my niece. Now, we're on players 1. Yeah, no way we'd be players 8 killing those dudes like that, but... Alright, let's go go fight Mr. Duriel here. Jeez. Sheesh. How about them apples? Amp damage from the Mercenary popping off with it all. That was fantastic.
Hello. Diablo.
You're not speedrunning?
Find you yet.
I know. I'm taking it nice and slow. Oh, actually, I want to keep what he's got with the chance for Frost Nova. Okay.
Good evening.
Sure. As long as it doesn't sell for over 10k, you can sell everything right there as well. Now, it is good to get some stamina potions before you go to Act 3. Honestly, getting a combination of stamina, antidote, and thawing is all going to be really nice there. But, just like that, Act 2 is done for you. Congratulations. And we did pick up more gold if you want to go gamble another mall. And let's see what else we have. We have chip, 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 sell. So we'll keep these. And honestly, I could sell this battle scythe as well, or this thing.
Godfiend gifted a tier 1 sub to Keaties22. They have given 13 gift subs in the channel.
Sell, sell. And again, we'll look for a very cheap wand or scepter or staff. One meteor.
Yes.
Pick up some money. Thank you very much, Godfiend. Could also gamble a great axe. Let's take a look. So, Great Axe is a little less dex, or a little more dex, a little less strength, but the damage is just terrible. 9 to 30. Mauls are double this damage. So it is a little faster, which is nice, but I think not quite worth. Let's try another Maul gamble. I really want to get a higher ED Maul than what we have there. Garbage. Garbage. Hey, there we go. 43 ED, 1 to max, 19 AR, and some more damage to undead. Perfect. Now, what really is good is when you get ED and max, which obviously this has 1 to max, but if you get like really nice ED and then like 14 max or something like that, you can get some really big. Also, sockets can be super nice. Obviously, you can just shove like Ithrunes in there and stuff, and it's good. Gem Shrine, I'll just take a chip right now. That does get us a 3rd chip. But big damage here, 112 to 165. Eld Room, not quite. Yeah, Bone Snap would be dope. Again, there's many really nice mauls and axes and things we could drop. So, kind of got to see what ends up happening here. I'm still on Team Steel Driver, but I'd be fine with Bone Snap as well. I'd be fine with any. Just it'd be cool to drop one of those. And honestly, somebody who is playing along right now in this guided playthrough is going to drop those items. Like that's just bound to happen.
Looks like jade. Perhaps it's worth something.
I'm gonna go to players 3 since I'm one-shotting everything. We can see if we keep one-shotting things on players 3. Great Marsh. Can leave a teepee. The resist on Bone Snap are fun. You found Steel Driver? There you go. There you go. Looks like players 3 is still pretty much a one-shot fest for us. So that's pretty nice.
They can't carry me.
Which also means we could go to players 5 if we want now. And see how players 5 does. Two shots. When does VR detour come out? I mean, that'd be sick. You know, way back in the day when I thought they were going to do more with Diablo 4 and actually make something cool, I really thought they would consider like a Dark Souls-esque style with Diablo and have it be like a VR though. Back when I thought VR tech actually had more, you know, possibility. This is where over leveling helps so much. Oh yeah, I mean being level 21 in here is really great. I just thought like entering into the Chaos Sanctuary in VR, seeing like giant Diablo and stuff would be the coolest thing ever. Rabies would be pretty dope here. Rabies does pretty alright out here for sure. Definitely a decent zone for it. Man, our lifesteal is fantastic. Because we do so much physical damage. And Feral Rage is 48% lifesteal. I steal like 40 to 50 life. This is one of the few characters and times where lifesteal actually does something in normal. Like most of the time lifesteal is pointless. It's like, oh wow, I'm gaining 4 life back? Yay. But here, like, literally 40, 50 life a hit.
I am overburdened.
It's crazy. We'll keep going Vitality. Yeah, red potions are pretty pointless here, it feels like. The true test. Sark. Oh, gorgeous. Lock him up.
I am overburdened.
Just beautiful to see. This character's doing well, man. This is going better than I thought. That maul was a good decision. I'm happy we made it.
Hello. Back.
3 vote to buy. For your singer? Yeah. That'd be not bad. You could also just put res in it straight. Or Ralph Hole or something. Get 30 all res. You could put Delirium, but that would require a little bit, right? Yeah, I mean, we're definitely like focusing attack rating on all of our jewelry and various things like that, but then getting like, you know, the attack rating boost from Feral Rage and attack rating boost from Werewolf. That's all been like really helpful. Why not Maul? Because this is in Bear form and we're a Wolf. Dual Angelics also works, but you have to get the Dual Angelics, so, you know. That is the part of that. Nobody ever plays Maul Druid? Yeah, I mean... you know. It's okay, I guess. Probably be a similar experience. I'd probably play it pretty similarly as well, where I go get... yeah, the bear even slower though. Yeah, I'd probably do something similar here where I go and get a big maul and use maul and just maul with my maul and maul everything to the maul. Gloves give 30 IAS. Helm gives attack rating per level for Saigons. So dual Saigons is a really nice set. Hello, I'm French. Bonjour, mon ami. Alright, we got another diamond if we wanted to roll another Savage Polearm. But I mean, it can always be fun to do and just see what we get. Maybe land something for our Mercenary. It's kind of the fun thing is some people doing this run will get a sweet Savage Polearm and that'll be what they use. Some people doing this run, oh god, will get a sweet unique and that'll be what they use. Some of us will just gamble a sweet maul and that's what we'll use. There really will be a lot of variance in what people are using for the stuff they find. The Frost Nova's clutch. Oh, it's so clutch. Like literally Frost Nova on hit is such a good affix when you are a melee class like this. Have I played Pokey Iron Man? I have not. I don't know what that is. Wow, that's big money. That's not nearly as much, but it's okay. 2 to Feral Rage. Oh, I'm going to go with that. Was watching Rob play D4. That game is sad. Yeah, it's just a sad game. Look it up if you like the Pokemans. Yeah, I enjoy the Pokemans. Do that, Mike. The thing with the Pokey and the man and the thing where the guy comes out and, you know, he's like, brah, 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 brah. Right? Pokemans. Still sad they changed it. I mean, it was needed though.
I am Uber.
Yeah, Diablo 4 is what happens when you get money crunchers involved, and not even just that, but also when they are when there's too many cooks, I think. Like, I don't think there's a good vision for Diablo 4 from the top down. Seriously, I feel like I have life tap. Insane. So I love RPG is going to be Game of the Year. Because it's got just me designing it. And not many cooks. And it's built around fun and not making money. What more could you want? Exclamation mark Llama RPG. Go wishlist it if you haven't already. No, I'm making it for real. It's on Steam right now. The wishlist piece, at least. Oh yeah, that's pretty much. We've had a lot of really nice updates in the past couple weeks here. A lot of stuff progressing. Will I be selling llama skins? No. You will craft llama skins in-game with materials. Because looking cool shouldn't be for sale. Should be based on you playing the game. Yeah, we gambled this mall, which honestly, it's okay. There's definitely better gambled malls. Like, this isn't that great of a gambled mall. I'm a little sad by it, but it's good enough. But you definitely will gamble better malls than that. Like, that's on the lower end still. Are there alpacas in the game? Yes, the llamas and alpacas live together in harmony. You don't see much better on this level? Oh, no, you do. That's 1 to max damage. Lame. If we find a white mall, we could also take that back to imbue. So keep your eyes out for that. Can I name one game Llama RPG would resemble the most? Diablo 2. If Diablo 2 was a turn-based game about cute little llama going around the world in the animal kingdom. Camels also exist in the animal kingdom, yes. Alright, there's actually a lot of money right here. I want money so we can go and gamble more malls.
Good evening.
How does X to max damage work? What do you mean, how does it work? Oh wait, that was 48 to attack rating. It's just more attack rating. It just adds to your max damage. It's physical damage though. Okay. 318, 18 to shoot us. Solid. Grab the split mail. Perfect. So, yeah, it'll be an RPG that hopefully has a feeling of Diablo 2. You should see it in some of the aesthetic and some of the, you know, like UI and design of trees and things and items. But it's turn-based and you're running around in this world and it's got many differences, right? It's not just a straight copy of Diablo 2 into into that, right? It is its own game for sure. Even more money. Just keep getting it.
Good evening.
It's probably gonna look a lot like Pokemon to many of you. 10 FCR, 16 AR, just not that good. I'd rather have the 42 and 48 AR that I have. When do we expect it? End of this year?
Yes.
It's my goal for it. No, I'm not 24 yet. Okay. We will shop for... Oh, wait. Why did I save quit? Oopsies. Hoping for 100k sales of Lumber RPG? Bro. 10k sales is my, like, main crazy goal. That would be amazing. 100k sales would be insane. Now, I think the game will be very fun. Again, I am literally designing every component of it, from every single monster and what their resistance and stats and what they are and how many of them exist and what areas they spawn in, to, you know, all of the areas and zones and what the, you know, so like, the quests are being done by some others. Some of the maps, like design, are being, you know, done by, but like anything related to what the items are, what the crafting is, right? So I've kind of built all of that, and I don't know. To me, it seems really fun. And when we went and like we did a small play test on it. Thank you, Mumfred. When we did a small play test on it, I actually really enjoyed it a lot. There was like so much missing and, you know, many problems and stuff, obviously. But I thought it was a lot of fun still. And the PvP was a lot of fun. So, and one sec, I have to pee really bad. One sec. Okay, sorry, continuing. So what we are doing now is we are looking for a teleportation staff. I guess I should explain this. So we are looking, before we hit level 24, if you hit 24, it's okay, you haven't ruined it, but it'll just be a little harder. We are looking for a red staff, red as in cannot be used, that has teleport charges on it. I am currently 23, thus I can do so. If I'm 24, I just will have to look at all of the staffs that do exist. Now, would this staff work? No, this is +1 to teleport, sorceress only. Again, we are looking for teleport charges. So between levels 19 and 23 is where you can do plenty right here. And there you go. That would be perfect if that was teleport charges, but it's chain lightning. Now the cost on it can be rough, and this is one of the issues. The cheapest you'll find it is about 16,000, but it can go up to many hundreds of thousands. Feel free to just share gold over if you want from your shared stash, or you can use the chipped gems trick that we used before. 3 chipped gems plus a cheap blue wand, scepter, or staff can reroll into one that can be worth a lot. And so then you can sell that for, in Act 3, up to 15,000. And you can sell a few of those, pick up, 45, 60,000 gold, and you can use that for your tele staff right here. So just some options. Isn't it better to go somewhere, make a portal, and go in and out and refresh the cellar? It's a pretty similar amount of time to do it this way, or to like run over to the flare. There you go. There's one, but it's 118,000. For the sake of this being a guided playthrough and not a speed run, I'm just going to take that gold out of my shared stash and we'll buy it. But normally at that price, I actually have 80,000. So I was pretty close. I was 118. Oops. So I could have chip, rolled something else. I think I would have still been just a little bit short. So normally in that case, I would just run it again, re-roll, try and find it again. But again, on a guided playthrough, I'm not going to waste like all my time doing that. So we will leave it there and then we'll continue forward. You should find a cheap one within 15 minutes. Oh yeah, you should definitely find a cheap one within 15 minutes. I mean, that's even a longer time than it needs to be.
If I had a nickel for every month I subscribed to MR Llama, I'd have 57 nickels.
Pretty good amount of nickels. Admiral Bone to Pick, thank you very much for 57 months. What's it used for? It is used for teleporting. Now, we talked about this already, though. You cannot teleport in werebear or werewolf or werebear form, just any of the shape-shifting forms. So what you have to do is when you want to teleport, let's say there's just a wall that you want to get over because it's just going to take a long time otherwise, you can just teleport really quickly. Shift out into human form, teleport, shift back. You're good to go. Somebody asked, is Llama RPG going to be a game where you have to grind 10 hours a day to have progress and fun? No. The idea of the game, and that's also kind of why I made it turn-based and stuff, was to be relaxed, but plenty of grinding that you can do. And it'll, what I really like, and I actually kind of get this from some of the gacha games a little bit, which is funny, but, I'm not using the gacha system where, you pay to advance, but I think a lot of gacha games actually are built pretty well. And what I mean by that is they're actually built where if there was no pay to win within them, they would be pretty fantastic games. Where the only way to get to the top would be to grind more than your neighbor, and you're putting in more grind and more time and doing more of the things and all of that. And it could be pretty fun. Now, unfortunately, they all sell convenience along the way to get you there, and that's where it all kind of falls apart, is they don't want you actually just putting the time in. They want you to just swipe your credit card instead. So they offer all of the shortcuts with those, and then it ends up being, to get to the top, the guy who's at the top has spent, $2 million on the game and all of that and blah, 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 blah. But many of these games, in their free-to-play ways, not all of them, some are boring, but many of them are actually kind of fun to have. And we'll go ahead and put this on now. They're actually kind of fun to play. And the grinding of them is actually a decent time. And again, if they just weren't pay to win. So I think LOM RPG is going to try and emulate that a little bit, where you don't have to be at the very top to succeed and have fun in the game. But there's kind of, and this is where, I mean, the like levels from gacha games. No, there won't be microtransactions. This is where the levels with the games will kind of exist in the way of, you know, in many gacha games, the free-to-play experience can actually still be a fun one, but you're kind of competing at a different tier, right? You're like not competing with the people that pay tons of money. They just go and compete in their own kingdoms or their own, you know, level zones, whatever. And you're not like really there. There's no way for you to compete with them. And so in this way, it would be a similar idea. You're not going to be competing with the guy if you only spend an hour a day, you know, playing, or an hour every few days playing. You won't be competing with the guy who is spending 10 hours a day, most likely. Because he's just going to level more, do more, have more, you know, all the stuff. But we already had the Jidbin. Oh, I actually just want to leave the TP here. But you will be, you know, still kind of competing with other people that are around your level of commitment and stuff to it. And there still could be more where you do, you know, it's not going to be so far out of the way that someone who plays more than you, you know, you have no chance to fight them whatsoever. But it might just take you time to get through the game, get the levels, get, you know, some of the items and crafting that they have. I mean, think of it like in Diablo 2 as well, right? If you go try and PvP against some of these like high-end PvPers who have these crazy insane items and stuff, it's going to be tough for you to beat them, plain and simple. They have all the best of the best, and you're going to be at much of a disadvantage. But if you work hard and get some of those, you know, items and things, you could start to get close and do it. You don't have to be the perfect character to beat them. So, you know, I think that's I think that is the idea. Wow. Oh god, ow. Doom apes, man. But I'm really hoping that the game will be fun at all the various levels. I think that is the ultimate goal, is that it's not just, you know, you have to be at the top and you're only looking at that, right? It's going to have a ladder system, which, again, you can look at in the way of like StarCraft or something. I don't have to be a grandmaster StarCraft player competing against pros to have fun. I'm just going to compete against people who are also around my skill level. And then it's fun. The price will be $9.99, which is way too cheap. This game is worth way more than that. But that's the price I said it was going to be. And again, the idea of this game is not to make money. The idea is to put out a really fun game. So with, oh, Twitch throw! So with that in mind, let's go. With that in mind, that is the price. Wowee. I told you we're gonna, you know, get something. So Twitch throw is fantastic. 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 20 hit recovery, but of course the biggest one at the top, 20 IAS. Love it. And this is where we can use our teleport really fast, just on levels like this. Save ourselves a little bit of time there. That's gorgeous. IS only matters on weapon? No. In D2R, it does not. Cool. I mean, that's great. We actually have a lot of magic find gear as well, which is kind of dope. Okay, let's go sell.
Hello.
So that is a perfect item to snag early on here.
Impossible.
Okay, and we'll take you, you, and you out. Sell, sell, sell. It is wishlistable! Exclamation mark Llama RPG. And I will with the next, whatchamacallit. We're going to have like a second alpha. Probably yeah, I wanted to have it by like Thanksgiving or Christmas, but then I had a baby. Well, Moo Girl had the baby. And then, you know, holidays, everything just got, it was too difficult. So we'll probably try and aim for have another alpha here in the next couple months. And at that point, I will probably put up some Kickstarter piece for it as well. Just because I've just been funding it myself. I mean, using Moo Girl's wallet, but, you know, that's like my money, right? Should be great on the Steam Deck. I will not be using rabies in this playthrough. Have I considered a pre-sale? So once the alpha is out and stuff and people get more, I like that'll kind of be with the Kickstarters, like the pre-sale in a way. Does Mooger have a sister? She does, but she's married. She's not quite as cool as Mooger either. She's fine, you know.
Don't say it like that.
What?
She does.
What? But she's married.
I'm gonna send her a clip of it.
Oh my god. Don't. I said she's married, but not as cool as you. But she is cute. But not as cute as you.
I'm gonna send her a clip.
What? Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
send her a husband instead.
Oh my god.
Want to be sister wife?
What? She got yo jeans. Yeah, there are shared genes there.
We don't want to share.
Okay, baby, as much as I love you playing with the desk. Okay, let's leave it alone. No, 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 no. Hey. Lilith, I love you. Please stop. No. Let's not play with these.
Are you doing a speed run?
No, I'm doing a guided playthrough though, so I'm gonna
Oh.
get here to Mephisto. Oops. Now at this point, I really do want some faster run walk boots though, so. So that is something we do want to go get.
I need a key.
We're level 25 though, which is nice.
You taste your work.
We've had a lot of Etherins this run for sure. Lilith and Endariel. That's Lilith right there, and then Endariel's the younger one. Okay. So we've got all our pieces. So we're gonna be a Bale or Diablo? Probably a Deckard, I'd imagine. If we get a boy. If not, maybe a Natalia. 1 to 16 lightning damage is okay. But, you know, the physical damage is worth more to us since we get the boost on all of that. Lily is not 2 yet. She'll be 2 in a month. In a little bit. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab some more life vitality there. Get these here, put these away. And go to the Traveling Call. I do need to repair at some point as well. Pindleskin? Not sure on that name. Probably not going to have skin in the name of my child. Well, he does not bad, but it might be hard to convince Mugrel of. Alright. Let's continue down. Hustle weapon later. Hustle would be nice. Gotta find a co-rune though. So, you know. You can't get co from Nightmare Countess in her like special rune drop, so it's a little tough there. But not impossible. More likely if we farmed Nightmare Act 3 in the lower Karas, we could find a co-rune. Doing like a bunch of rune drops just runs on that, but that still would take a little bit. Am I having another child? Not that I am aware of currently. Now Mephisto again, another boss that we can potentially farm more. So if you want to grab the waypoint for Mephisto, feel free. Should be just right over there. Here, we'll go ahead and teleport across. And teleport across. Okay. Let's fight Mephisto. Make sure you're on players 1. You probably don't want to fight him on higher players count. Oh, oops. I didn't have Feral Rage going. We were talking about child names, but yeah. You could also get Co from Nightmare Forge. Very true. Boom, easy. And what I should have actually done is gone home and put on all my Magic Find gear for that, but oopsies. Yeah, that's what I was saving it for. But that was actually a pretty good Mephisto kill. So again, would be very easy, you know, Magic Find right there, Magic Find right there, Magic Find right there. I could just go shift those on. I could even grab this and just put these into a helm for 18% Magic Find, and I could load up on 50, 60 MF really quickly. And I just need to have it for the kill.
Good day.
And we would be all good there. Not much in there. Ooh, 2 to Bone Spear.
What do you need?
2 open sockets, but ultimately probably just going to be better to get a pike for our mercenary here.
I'll put that to good use.
Just the damage on it is so much better. And we can also look to Jamble Amal. 49 ED, 44 to 64, but we lose kind of everything else. Probably not quite enough. 1 to 2 cold damage added is nice. Attack rating. Nothing. 18 ED. Hitting some nice rares is usually where you want to go. 44 ED with a little extra added cold. So the added cold might actually make this something I like more. Obviously the damage to undead is really nice. But getting cold damage on every one of your hits is also really nice. It's a tough one. They're very similar. And here's another one that unfortunately just did not roll great, even though it was also rare. Can keep them as options. We'll swap it over for now. Put it in there. Okay, so we will go ahead and end part 1 as it is data clock. So we won't quite get through normal yet today. We'll do normal and Sim of Nightmare in the next one. But it is a so far pretty fun build. I'm actually very impressed with how much fun I've had with it. I think the changes they made were definitely beneficial. I think Feral Rage, just with getting to go up to 68% lifesteal from Feral Rage, it makes it really nice for survivability. And then just having a big old maul has also just been super, super helpful. Obviously, we found like Twitch Store, which is super nice. I need to definitely buy some IS boots. But yeah, here is our gear thus far. Chance for Frost Nova on some gear, just some attack rating, nothing on our belt, half freeze duration, attack rating, dexterity. Part 2 will be tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Use that Twitch Prime as well if you haven't. GG everybody. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys in part 2. Mwah. Kisses to you all. Have a good one. Peace, everybody.